So our next step, this is one of the pickups, with the pickup actually in there, just so I can get an idea of the distance it's pushing down, and it's screwed to the little mounting plate, which is a piece of copper clad circuit board with some threaded inserts pressed in, and it's going to screw down. So now I have to make larger holes in the pickup cavities for these inserts, and also to accept the length of screw. I could cut the screws a little shorter. These probably won't be raised up very high, but you know, for right now, I mean, that's not a unheard of length to drill. So I have a 1/4 inch brad point bit in here, and one day I will rewire my light so it stays on all the time. And that sits right in there like that. Yeah, it's sticking up quite a bit. Might have to make these deeper also. I have to drill one of these in the end of the neck now too. Okay, so what I did off camera since the last time was I deepened all the pickup openings about 1/4 of an inch, maybe 1/8 of an inch, 1/4 of an inch. That resulted in losing one of the threaded inserts. That's it. There was nothing more holding it in. So you see, we started to go into the other one. This is because I didn't really plan this out when I was working on it, and if I had, I would have moved these two bolts a little bit further up this way, or maybe not even extended the neck that far. But they were kind of just done arbitrarily. And it's fine, it'll work out, but in the future, that's why this is a prototype. In the future, I will move those. So I have plenty of room here to move these up. You can see that was in the wrong place also, because I wasn't planning originally on making the cutaway that deep. And that was all done after the fact, but lost a little wood right here too, which I'm gonna try to replace. So when the pickups are in, you can see there's a little bit of a gap there. I mean, it's not that bad. That was the other issue, was the pick guard. Originally came down in here, and we lost that piece of plastic. Here it is here actually. Because I had moved this pickup further this way. It was originally back that way. It would have cut all that right off. I could make the pick guard a little bigger and have it come around this way so it holds that in, or I can just leave it like this. This is fine. But this is the kind of stuff, because I was kind of winging it, a lot of it. This is just how it came out. But this is what all the pickups look like now. They're all nicely in there. They're down a lot lower. And I lost a piece of wood here I had glued in, so I glued another piece of wood in for the pickup mounting. And now these base plates are going to have a couple of holes drilled in them, and it will be screwed down, and then the pickup will be screwed on top. This one actually has a pickup in it, will be screwed on top of it. Little foam in between to push them back up. The other thing I did off camera was I decided the neck was a little fatter than my liking. So I actually sanded the neck down flatter. It was rounder. I just didn't really like the way it felt. So I sanded the neck down. I gave it some more coats of Watco. It's had 3 or 4 coats now. I could maybe give it another one, or I could leave it. I have to touch up the finish too. I gave the back another coat of black polyurethane, and I'm going to do the front because there's some areas that need it. And the front of the headstock. So all that's really left now is I have to wire up the pickups and put the base together. But I'm going to finish that. And the pickups, I decided I'm going to be. I have Alnico magnets in there right now. They're just regular, you know, like a P-base. Grab one over here. So right now I have Alnico magnets in there, a little bit longer than a regular P-base. And I was trying to decide exactly what I wanted to do. And then I decided, you know what? What the heck? I'm going to push all the magnets out, and I got some neodymium magnets, which are the proper size. And they also, part of the reason is they won't stick out the back, and I'm trying to keep these as low profile as possible, just so I wouldn't have to route that much material out of the wood. Out of the body, and without any magnets in it, the base plate can come all the way up to the bottom. With the magnets, you have a little bit more room there. So I'm going to use the Neo magnets, and that'll be the next thing. But we're almost done here. This is finally coming to the end of the line. Yeah. So here's one of the bobbins with no magnets, which sits nice and flat to the base plate. It's going to be a little bit of foam or something there, but I'm going to put Neo magnets in. That should be interesting. I haven't done P-base pickups with Neo magnets as pole pieces. I do make a type of P-base pickup that has 2 coils with a Neo magnet, but they're not the pole pieces. They're kind of set up like a humbucker. So this will be kind of cool. We'll see what it's going to be like. So I decided to drill this hole out a little, and I have a plug of Polonia, which I can put in there. That's the screw hole to nowhere. And hopefully this is not a stupid idea. If I can get this to go in straight. Hopefully. We'll see. I think it'll work. Yeah, there we go. That's pretty straight. Maybe a little that way. There we go. And our little plug will go in here. Go just a little bit more. There we go. Now I'm just going to put that in and trim it and dye it black. And we've got our little plug. I sanded it down to the proper height because I don't have a little flush cut saw, and I don't want to be sanding on the back of the body much, but it'll be good for what we need. I just want to cover the hole up since there's nothing in it. Doesn't make sense just leaving the hole. This is just cosmetic. And there we go. And that's nice and flush. And it'll kind of look kind of cool like that, but I'm gonna stain it like the rest of it. And that's how we cover up our mistakes. So I'm gonna put these neo magnets in the pickups, and I'm doing it on top of this. These are scrapers. Otherwise, you stick a magnet in and they'll pop right back out again and stick to the other magnet. You can see now they're stuck down to the scrapers. These are 3/16 of an inch magnets, and the holes are slightly larger. It's that next size up, which I can't think of offhand, and I don't know what actual dimension that comes out to, but they're the slightly larger ones. So I'm going to super glue them in. I have not done P-base pickups like this with neo magnets as poles. I've used neo magnets in lots of pickups, but always with steel poles with the magnets underneath. So we'll see how this is. This is very, very strong. See, I stick a piece of steel back here. Yeah, pulled it right off. I think how I want to do this. See, this is what I'm talking about. I'm going to put a piece of tape on the front, just so I don't have glue running out the holes. They're stuck to the table. That's a good thing, I guess. Yeah, see, they will not stay in there. So, this is south up. So these particular magnets have little dimples on the north side. So I'm going to have to do them one at a time because they will not stay in otherwise. Whoa. That was way more glue than I wanted. That's the thin glue, that's why. I should have used a regular glue. Oh, shit. I think I will switch to the regular glue. After my clogged. It's a little cold in the workshop today, so all the glues are a little thick. Ah, shit. I'm gonna glue it right to my finger before I'm done. And probably the thicker glue would be better anyway, because these are not tight fits. Oh. Maybe put the thin glue on there now. And now we wait. Here's the pickup mounts, all screwed into the base. Here's our pickup mounts, screwed into the body with pickguard screws. This one's actually screwed to the end of the neck. In future versions of this base, I will end the neck right here. And I won't have to go through all that other nonsense I went through. I have these grounded because, you know, it's a good idea to have them grounded. Original P-base had a brass plate underneath the pickup that was grounded. And here's our neck pickups. I got a little piece of foam that goes under here. A little tricky getting these threaded in sometimes. There we go. Did I not put a piece of foam under this one? No, I did not. Getting ahead of myself. Kicking the camera. I have an Allen wrench around here, which I've misplaced for the 5th time. So I have to awkwardly use this set of them. Let's see how it looks. They're a little tight. They do fit. I had it on before. There we go. And there's the pick guard and the pickups. Now it's just a matter of wiring it up. So next will be wiring up the control plate. I'm going to start by wiring a blend control in, because I have one in here. I'm not sure that I want to leave a blend control in. I might actually put a rotary switch to give different pickup options, plus having them in series. If I do leave the blend and then want to have the series option, I'm going to add a toggle switch to switch from the blend into the series position. Otherwise, I'm going to put a 4 or 5 position switch to select different pickup combinations, including having them in series. And that's your control plate. That's basically what it's going to look like. I have my ground wire here waiting for the bridge. So next I'm going to wire this up. Now we're going to wire this up. For the tone control, I've decided to do like a Gibson Ripper and make a choke. It's in 2 parts. It's humbucking. This choke is about 3 Henrys. And it's also about 3,000 ohms. And we're going to wire that in with a 0.1 microfarad cap, which is the way it is on a Ripper. I've done these with smaller values, but we're going to try that and see how it works. What this will do, rather than rolling off the high end like a standard tone control, this is going to cut the mid-range. I got to make sure this is actually going to fit in there too. I may need to run longer wires to see. Let me just double check in the base. And, oh yeah, that has more than enough room. So I'll go do it just like this. I'll just solder it right on there. And you don't want to solder to the back of the pot. Okay, let's start this over. We rotate this around a little, make it a little bit easier. I got more room this way. An important thing when you're wiring up a blend control, this is the Bourne's blend controls as an MN taper. One side is going to be the full pretty much, this is a 500K pot, so one side's going to be, it's not reading nothing. Oh, that's why. One side's going to be the pretty much the full 500, which is here, and then the other side is going to be very, very small. So we're talking about like 2K, and the other side's 500. So this is the 500K side, and then on the bottom is the opposite. Yeah, there's the 500K, and then this side is very small, which is not even showing up on this particular meter. And the pickups go to the middle lug. The 2K side is the signal, and the 500K side is ground. So it's going to be kind of just like when you do a that's stuck in there now. When you do a regular pot. All right, so I got to bring the base over. I should tape this up while I'm at it. Just put a little tape around this cap. Such a weird noise. I smell hair burning. I'm just using some random wire colors. First two I grabbed, black and yellow. I'm using tinned wire, but I like to add a little solder to it. That's probably more wire than I need. I think I will cut it shorter. I hope my inductor fell off. I think I'll wait on that just because it's kind of fragile. Maybe I'll add a wire. Okay, now we just have to wire the output jack, which I already have on a piece of shielded cable. Do I need shielded cable? Probably not, but it was actually for another wiring harness, so why not? Not working. Ouch. Okay, I don't like the shielded cable. I'm going to get rid of it. Okay, so I went with the shielded cable anyway. I'll just use a heat sink this time. And there we go. It was much easier. Okay, now I have to get the pickups wired in. Check this over. And then we're good. So this is the bridge pickup. Which is going to go to the bottom one. So when it's all the way clockwise, it's the bridge pickup. That's the way I like to do it. There's no really set way of right way or wrong way. But that seems normal to me. Am I in the camera here? There we go. I have a nice little electro socket I'm going to use. I don't know if half of what I did got picked up in the frame. I'll find out when I'm editing. If not, my apologies. It would be nice if I could get this camera up higher, but it doesn't work that way with this tripod. Alrighty. Is that going to sit down nicely? That might be too much wire. That's the shielded wire for the output jack is a little on the stiff side, which I'm not crazy about. But there we go. Okay, I'm going to take this off the bench now so I can kind of finagle with it and get some strings on it and see if we get sound. Okay, we seem to be working. Let's put some strings on it now. So the set I'm using, the Daria strings, I have a 60, an 80, a 100, and a 120. It's basically the bottom 4 strings on a 5-string set. I wanted to keep them a little on the lighter side because I will often be tuning this up a step into C# standard. go. There's our mid-range control. Bridge pickup and neck pickup. That's an awful lot of growl, isn't it? Yeah, this should be fun. It's like a big piano. Right now there's a 0.1 microfarad, which is what they used on the Ripper bass. I've used 0.047 microfarad. I think I've also used a 0.02 on the bass. I'm also, I had thought about using a push-pull pot so I could switch between a standard tone control and the mid-range control, but I'll wait and see. I actually have a gig to use this on next week, and we will see what it's like. I can see right now I gotta adjust the pickup height. I'm sure I'm gonna have to adjust the truss rod. Hitting the pickup. These were just kind of done by, well, there we go, done by eye. With a ruler. I didn't have any strings on them, obviously, so I couldn't see exactly where it was going to go. But so far, I'm liking the sound of the bass. As we heard in the previous video, it sounded nice and resonant acoustically. And no matter what people think about wood and sound and things like that, yeah, it affects the sound of the amplified instrument, because that's what you're hearing. My experience is the neck really plays probably the largest role in the shaping of the tone of the instrument. Because the neck is supporting all the string tension. As pickups come down a little bit. These are the first time I'm trying it sounds really nice with both pickups on. I had a feeling it would, which is why I moved them closer together. I think I want to change the I'm picking up some hum from that inductor. It should be hum canceling. I'm going to have to investigate that. Alrighty, has the height of the pickups, not too bad. That can come down a little, I think. This completes our journey building the Blackbird bass. I might explore future electronics or pickup mods. I have some exciting builds planned for the weeks ahead. See you next time.